guys, it's
Cam
and Katie, and today we're going to be talking about things Irish people say. And yes, I meant it when I said things.
So as we've been talking about video ideas for our YouTube channel and just differences between America and Ireland, we've really realised just how uniquely different Ireland really is. And something that Caitlin has taken notes on ever since she met Irish people or went to Ireland is not only slang, but the way we say things. So there's a difference here, right? We use slang, which is very, it's not proper English, it's not proper, you wouldn't say it unless you're talking to your friends or very informally. But even formally speaking, Irish people have a very unique way of describing things and talking to people. And I've really realised that. I mean, especially living in America and stuff, there were so many things I would say and people, and it wasn't even slang, it was just normal conversational sentences. And people struggled to get what I meant. They'd have to be like, what's that sentence supposed to mean? And so we've really realised that Ireland and the way we speak, not only do we have our own language, not only do we have our own slang, but we have our own unique way of wording things and putting certain points across. And that's definitely something that we've noticed in talking about the differences.
Irish people are very, very charming. They know exactly what to say and how to say it. And they're also really, really good storytellers. They're often very dramatic in their speech when they share a story or something that happened to them, even if it's just about them picking up milk at the shop. For some reason, it's like this big story, and it's definitely a skill a lot of Irish people have. But something I do notice is that Irish people add certain words that aren't really necessary for a sentence. But again, it's just the way they speak. They just add extra words and they add extra phrases at the end of sentences and different things. So you probably don't understand, and that's why we're going to share some examples with you today. Are you ready?
Right.
All right. I'll say this, and then Cameron will say this. Ah, sure, that's it, you know. Now listen, how perfect is that phrase? Like, if you're having a conversation and it's getting toward the end, but you agree with somebody, you say, ah, sure, that's it, you know. Well, have a nice day. It's just so charming. That's so...
It's definitely like, it's just a very simple way to like agree with someone and just like, but you don't have a lot to say. Like you don't have, it would be a way of agreeing with someone, but you don't have anything to add to the conversation. It's just that, sure, that's it, you know.
Now, if you've seen Leap Year, you'll know this word. We're going to talk about the word grand and give an example. Throw it in the wash, it'll be grand. Say it. They want to hear you say it.
Throw it in the wash, it'll be grand.
They use the word grand a lot. So if I said, how was work? Oh, it was grand.
Yeah, grand is like, it was good, but it wasn't amazing. Like, yeah, that was grand. Or, like if someone says like, oh, thanks so much for doing that, that's grand, no problem, you know.
Again, it's just perfect. It's a perfect way to say it. I do be
Caitlin,
at the gym.
Caitlin loves this one, it's probably her favourite one. Literally, I've never said it without her pointing out that I've said it. Like every time.
Oh yeah.
It's just, if it's something you're doing regularly or it's something that like, if someone said to you, oh, on Tuesday at 4, would you be available? And I would say, oh, I do be at the gym around that time. Like, it's just like, on an average day, that's what I do be doing. Like, anyway, without fail, every time I say, oh, I do be doing this, or I do be there, or I do be eating my food, or something like that, Caitlin always says, you said the do be thing.
Because I'd say, I will be at the gym. Come here. And I'm not saying, come here.
It's a way of like starting a sentence, especially if you're in the middle of a conversation and you want to get to something. And typically it's for important things, like, oh, come here, I meant to say to you, or come here, I meant to ask you, or come here, you never told me what happened there, you know? So it's a way of like, we started talking, but I actually have something else I want to get to. So come here, let's move on, you know?
Again, it's such a charming way to interrupt someone and change the subject.
Oh, come here, I meant to tell you something.
See? I was like, tell me. So you're talking to your mom, but you really need to go to the gym, and then your mom says, sure, go on. How polite is that? Okay, you can leave now. Sure, go on.
Yeah, it's like if you know that one of you needs to get off the phone, it's like, sure, go on, you go on, get off the phone, I'll talk to you later. Like, go on with your day, or go on with what you're doing. Yeah, it's usually it's a go-to to end a conversation. Like, I'll go on anyway, I'll talk to you later.
I love it. Now, this one's one of my favorite too, because every time we go to a restaurant in America, Cameron says, "Can I have a good bit?" And they always give him a little bit. And Cameron says, "No, a good bit." And the girl's like, "Sorry, what?" And he's like, "Can you give me a lot?"
Yeah.
So you use that a lot, a good bit. Can I have a good bit? Now, something happened to me when I first moved to Spain. I was with some Irish people, and we were trying to find a gym to start going to. And we finally went to the gym, and we're in the car with this person. And they said, "So did you go to that gym?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we did. And he goes, "How did you find it?" I freeze. I was like, "Google Maps." We went on to Google, and I freeze. And Cameron says, "Oh, it's good. Oh, sure. It's good."
I didn't say I'm sure. I don't say I'm sure in every sentence I ever say
I'm
I'm
very
sure.
Irish. But he said, it was good. And I was like, I was about to tell him literally how I found it, because that's a phrase they use.
Again, I'm very conscious of how we speak now, because being married to an American, living in America, having American friends. So the minute he said, "Oh, how'd you find it?" I knew what he meant, but I knew that
He was aware.
I was waiting for Caitlin to be like, "We Googled it."
I was about to say
So
it.
I jumped in like right away, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it was alright, yeah, no we do, we like it." And when we got out of the car, then Caitlin was like, "How does that mean? How was it? How'd you find it mean? How was it?" I was like,
Hey,
It's just
I
the
just
way
want
we
to
say
point this out, because that was very Irish of him to say. "Oh, we do like it." Instead of just, we like it, or I like it, I do like it. They add do and does.
I don't even know what she's talking about.
No, this is another one of my favorites. I'm only joking. Did I sound Irish there? Please leave it in the comments that I did, because I have a very bad Irish accent and I really appreciate that. But anyway.
I started a trend of saying I'm only choking, because I said I'm only joking so much that people in America were like, "You're choking?" I was like, "No, I'm joking." Anyway, so.
You're mean.
So yeah, like if you're just being sarcastic or you're just being funny, I'm only joking. I'm only having a laugh.
They use me instead of my, and that's fine, but it's still funny to me. Here, I'm after losing me phone. That sounded Irish. I'm just saying. Like I said earlier, they add an extra word, so it's like, here, I'm after losing me phone. It's like, you mean I've lost my phone?
I've misplaced my phone.
I've misplaced my phone.
I lost my phone. Me, I think, is a bit more common. I don't know if all Irish people say it, but there isn't a single Irish person that hasn't heard it.
Yeah,
I'll put it that way.
very common. I tried calling her just there. But that just there is so common. I hear that so much.
Yeah, I was talking to her just there.
Yeah, I was talking to her just there instead of I was just talking to her. So that's just there is just something they add at the end or beginning of sentences. It's something I noticed a lot.
If it happened recently, like, "Oh yeah, you know Sheila? Oh yeah, I just saw her at the shop just there."
Again, they're storytellers, very charming storytellers. So here's an example I want to share. Sure, and didn't she go anyway?
There you
And
go,
didn't
Gary.
she?
Sure. I told my sister not to text that guy, and didn't she go and text him? Like,
Yeah,
it's
and,
like
and didn't she go and text him?
it's like of course they did. Like, oh, like he wasn't supposed to go, and didn't he end up going? You know, like.
Or like if an Irish person was sharing a story about a girl breaking up with her boyfriend, they would say like, and didn't she smack him before she left? Like, and didn't she? Instead of like, and then she smacked him before she left. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed hearing a few of the phrases that are very common in Ireland in everyday conversation.
And hopefully from our videos, next time you're around an Irish person or next time you visit Ireland, you'll fit in like a local.
Yes, and if they say, how did you find it? Don't say you Google mapped it. Tell them you enjoyed it very much. Anyway, thank you for watching and stay tuned for our next video. Bye!